welcome to this podcast. I'm your host, Emil Larson. I have my guest star here, Emre.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the topic, the dislike button. Facebook, of course. Facebook posted recently that they are going to, hopefully, publish the dislike button. We have the up like button. When you see like a good picture, you up like it. But now it's going to be a dislike button, and we're going to this podcast. Going to talk about some features, how it will affect certain areas. Okay, so we start.
Yes, I can start then.
Yeah.
Facebook is now working on a dislike button from social medias that I've searched on. So they have, like, for example, BBC News has now confirmed that Facebook is working with the dislike button, but we don't have a clear picture of it yet. But we have some examples, and we guess it's around 50-50 how the button will look like. Well, one button is like sad face. I think it's like different emojis. I will show you at the screen. And yeah, I think that's more positive to have one of those dislike buttons, if we say it like that. So like you can confirm it out of your own perspective, if you say it like that.
It wouldn't be like so passive aggressive. It would more be like
More understandable.
yeah,
for the
more understandable.
for the
It would just not be like this. It would be an actual emoji.
yeah, like I dislike this
yeah.
post because it's sad, for example, or if you just have the original one as the positive button and you have the dislike one instead, it's just going to be so much aggressive, and the owner of the post will then get very sad.
Exactly.
And it can affect them very negative.
That's the negative things about it. But if you think like positive, if you think positive things about the dislike button, well, we can now be more open on Facebook, because Facebook is one of the biggest website who uses communication as a real big thing. And if we do like this, we start me and Emma started a group, and people really don't like it. We're doing bad things on this Facebook site. Then people should be able to dislike it, and that I'm fine with. But if the dislike button gets out of hand and people start using it in wrong ways, like
haters,
haters
and stuff,
and bad things like bullying, internet bullying, and that's a serious thing. I think Facebook needs to control, they need to analyze, they need to really figure out how this button will work.
and that's why I think that we should have the button with different emoji faces on it, so you can describe your feelings, why you're disliking this, not just because you're disliking it for fun. You have to like show why are you disliking this post. You can't just dislike it like haters do on YouTube videos and stuff like that. It has to make sense why you're disliking it.
And how will this affect Facebook, do you think?
I think this will bring a positive and negative, if we say it like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be neutral. Like,
do you think more people will use Facebook?
I don't think that it will affect in that way, actually. I think that only it will give you a huge advantage by adding a dislike button, but it depends on how it will look like.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's just a direct dislike, then I guess many people will quit Facebook or just report it, for example.
Exactly.
To see that it's better to have a dislike button with a couple of faces on it, so we can see why the people are disliking it. That gives a huge advantage to the owner of the post.
Exactly.
Retard alert!
I thought about this for a while now, and when you say that the different emojis, I totally agree with you that it will be much better than just a dislike, because I think explaining yourself much better with the emojis, because recently in the new past, the 21st century, we're so connected with the phones, and the phones, they got its emojis. They have skulls, they have happy face, sad face, angry face, horny face, I don't know, everything. And So that's the kind of new way. So if there's going to be emojis, they're really done a plus because everybody uses them now. It's so popular.
Yeah, it's a modern technique of showing your
Yeah,
feelings,
exactly.
if you say
Which
like
is
that.
pretty lazy, but still a good thing.
So what I think is positive with well, the first dislike button then, not the direct one that is gonna bring negativity. I think it's actually pretty positive to adding this to Facebook, so people can actually show off their feelings when someone posted something inconsiderate or like inappropriate. So you can dislike it, but with a meaning to it, not just like dislike the button
Exactly.
to just do it. Like you have to have a meaning of it, and that's why I think that hopefully, if Facebook is adding it, that they are taking the emoji dislike button.
And to be honest here, I think this is a strategic thing coming from Facebook because the past years, like two to 1 years, they have been really outdated. Facebook. Not many people use Facebook anymore. Not like it was in the beginning. Now they're less, and I think this is they're trying to do a comeback, trying to make something big comeback. And I don't really think it's just going to be a dislike button. I think they're going to add some more features, but we're not going to talk about that now. The thing that I'm thinking about is this. This is something that they have planned for a long time because if you see on other websites like Instagram,
YouTube and stuff.
yeah, YouTube, we don't have a dislike button. We don't have anything, a button that actually says you don't like. Oh, YouTube have.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah,
has.
YouTube have, but not Instagram. Flashback. I don't know. There's many sites that have tried it, but hasn't really successed in it. And more like if we talk to YouTube, YouTube is like a dislike on a video. That's not much. A comment, that's much. But now I think that it's a different meaning on YouTube than it is on Facebook. I think Facebook is more personal.
Yeah, because on YouTube they're just disliking it because of their hating.
Yeah.
Like I saw a video of a vlogger that just got his son back from court and stuff like that, and for many people it was the most beautiful thing they've seen, you know.
Yeah.
And then like 50,000 liked the video and like 2,000 disliked it. I have no clue why they dislike a video such as that, only because of the hate, but I can't see any reason else why they hate.
That's the problem that could happen on YouTube. Yeah, that's normal. Everybody dislikes. Just they're not. Okay, we're not supposed to swear, but they're losers, fucking losers, and they don't really think. They're just like, oh, meh. Why should I care? And I think Facebook is going to be a whole different thing.
Yeah, if we're gonna compare it to on Facebook,
Yeah,
it's going to be a whole different thing. Like on YouTube, they just dislike it because they're hating.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason for them to do it. Like maybe they are more successful,
Yeah.
the guy that is posting the video or she, and that's why they're disliking it. Or maybe she or it has a better life than the guy that's watching it and disliking the video.
yeah,
So now Facebook, when they hopefully add the emoji button, as we told you, they're hopefully gonna like think of why do I dislike this button.
exactly.
If you post a post that's very like I don't know really the features of Facebook, like what you can post and what you
Yeah.
not can post, but if you post something very negative, then of course you can dislike the button to see
Oh, not negative, something inappropriate.
yeah inappropriate.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you can show off your feelings by
Yeah,
just
exactly.
disliking it by an emoji face, like.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, the little child that died on the beach,
Yeah, exactly.
and yeah, that went viral on Facebook and
Yeah.
social medias and stuff. And that's when you should have dislike button to show off that you're sad about this, not just
Exactly.
this. Yeah.
And I think that Facebook have really thought about this. Like, it's a pretty big step because you need to be careful. This button, this dislike button can both be positive and negative. Like we said, we point up some positive and negative things, but you never know because it's so hard to do
Yeah,
this
you
when
can
you
just-
have so many people on your website every day.
Yeah, it's gonna go out of control if Facebook can't handle it
Yeah.
properly and stuff.
I think if I say like this, I truly, my honest feeling, do not think they should have a dislike button. I think they should have the emojis.
Yeah.
If they come, the emojis come, I'm happy. But I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think that the emojis button
Yeah.
should actually be there on Facebook, so you can actually show off your feelings.
I know they have emojis, but not really emojis that says you don't like it. It's only for Messenger. It's only
Yeah.
for Messenger.
So Facebook is gonna bring it up a step to adding this dislike button, and yeah, we can hope for the best. They haven't really posted the confirmation about the dislike button that they will use, but some pictures are just the direct dislike button, and some are the emojis. So just wait and see what will happen
Yeah.
with Facebook.
And maybe this will be a good thing for Facebook. Maybe this will not. Yeah. Thank you for coming here. This is podcast with me, Emily Larson, and my host guest star Emre,
Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you,
and Enrico Marcos.
my friend. Yes. Yes.
And we want to thank our sponsors,
Enrico Marcos, of course.
Enrico Marcos and Narco King de Mexico. Company.
And our glorious leader, of course.
Oh, glorious leader.
And the second
Of course.
glorious leader too.
Glorious leader.
Yes.
Admiral, General, President.
Ya ta ta ya di bi da bi di la bi rum ba di rum ba ri bi ram boo. Ya ta ta ya di bi da bi di la bi di bi di.